welcome to a new video. I am actually in a new house because I have moved, or I am in the process of moving, so new background every video it seems like, but that's okay. So today we are going to talk about the Pleiadians and who the Pleiadians even are. I'm not sure whether you've heard of them or not. If you're tapping into this video, I welcome you. Hello, I am Selena May. I'm a psychic healer and Pleiadian channel. And on this channel, we speak all about ascension, empowerment, spiritual teachings, all that goodness, and of course, channeled messages too. So, the Pleiadians are related to the Pleiades. It's a star system in the Taurus constellation. It's also called the Seven Sisters sometimes because in the Greek mythology, there are seven, well, there is a story around that, but it's really because there is seven predominant stars that are in that constellation. I want to give a short shout out. I have some information accumulated throughout the years just through consuming and feeling into it with my guides, but also from the beautiful galactic historian Debbie Solaris, which really on her website describes it so beautifully if ever you want to check things out. But without further ado, let's get into some characteristics. So what I'm talking about here is the Pleiadians are a species of light beings, more so humanoids, so they look kind of like humans. That is at least how they are usually described, because there have been a lot of people that have, I want to say, encountered them in channelings or also in visions and meditations and all of that, because we can for sure go onto ships in trance and spaceships, meaning that to meet other galactic species, which is pretty exciting, and it happens from time to time, but actually quite a bit in my personal sessions too with clients, that we will go onto a Pleiadian ship, for instance, to activate that Pleiadian consciousness within them. So the Pleiadians inhabit the Pleiades, which is a star system that is closest to Earth. So it is only about 500 light years away. Some people say it's 444 light years away. So generally you will see a lot of information about the Pleiadians, because they are one of the chattiest species of light beings, meaning they can dense down their frequency. They're multi-dimensional beings. They operate from the fifth dimension, 5D, and upwards. What that means is that they can dense down their frequency so that they can come into our energetic fields and send through messages, but they merge with your energy. And in order for them to merge with your energy, they have to dense it down a little bit, because right now we exist in a 3D realm, right? Okay. So, but for them, it is a little bit easier than for other species, just because other species like the Arcturians, for instance, or Sirians, they operate in higher dimensions, so it takes them more energy to come down, dense down, and step into our field. Now, Pleiadians are very evolved spiritually and emotionally, meaning that they're a little bit more mature when it comes to that compared to Earth. So in their planetary system, the Pleiades, it really is a system where there is a lot of harmony, and people can pursue their passions in order to express themselves, to really experience their soul. Right. But that wasn't always this way. So Pleiadians are actually descendants of Lyrans, and Lyrans come from the star system of Lyra and Vega. Now, there was a galactic war with Reptilians, Draconians, and Lyra, which are also positively polarized beings, have been attacked by them, and have their planet Avalon has been destroyed. Lyrans are the first humanoid race, if you want, like human-like species that existed in our universe, and they're also ancestors to humans as we know them now, according to theories of galactic historians. So a lot of the Lyrans were killed, but some of them went into refuge in other star systems that was really far away from Lyra. So they went to, for example, the Pleiades, where they were settling and starting their new race, and they were being mentored by the Arcturians that are one of the most evolved species out there. The Pleiadians, by the way, you will often see them being described as very Nordic looking, so often, you know, very tall, and they have bigger eyes, and they have very light hair, very fair skin, so sometimes even almost white skin, really light, right? There's also other beings that live in the Pleiades that do not look like that, but just because this is the most common representation, we can just go with that for now to not overwhelm you, and then you can dive deeper into things whenever you feel like you want to, all right? So on top of that, like I said, so they are very Nordic looking, but they're also very attractive, so that is definitely one of their traits, and they are very loving, very feminine in their energy. The Pleiades are generally a very feminine polarized star system, so more of a matriarchy if you want than a patriarchy. And also something that might be of interest is that in the Pleiades we're not tied to time at all. It is only a concept here on Earth. It doesn't really exist in the Pleiades. And also in the Pleiades there are different stars that I wouldn't say stand for different things if you want. So one star you may go there in order to go to university and go to school, and another star or planet, whatever you want to call it, it's more of like the healer boot camp, and then on others it's more about astrology, astronomy, and things like that. And this I would encourage you to look up on Debbie Solaris' website. Just Google Pleiades and Debbie Solaris. You will find beautiful gems there. Okay, so to sum it up, what is the mission of the Pleiadians? Because they have been mentored by the Arcturians in order to build their system of unity and harmony and create a really beautiful planet after, you know, just being descendants of Lyra, being really traumatized by what happened to their planet, because Lyrans are very benevolent beings, but they were also a little bit naive. So that is how they made a mistake, as in they signed a contract with certain beings that then made use of them, and it really escalated, and they lost their whole planet, and really they lost their home. They never went back. Their mission now here of the Pleiadians, though, is that are descendants of the Lyrans, is to teach us unity and teach us that unity consciousness that they have established on their now planets, right? So they're here to infuse more of the feminine energies, to bring back balance onto the planet Earth, to teach us to be compassionate, to teach us to accept and to tolerate another, although we may have different opinions. Also, they're here to teach us how to live in harmony and unity with the universal laws, so to peacefully interact with the laws of the universe. So generally spoken, you could really say that with their experience that they had in other star systems with Lyra, which used to be Lyrans, now they're Pleiadians, they have really made it their mission, and they really have experiences calling of fighting, so to say, on the good side, and to prevent that evil is taking over other planets, like it happened to their home planet Avalon in Lyra. And really have made it their mission to use the powers of the universe in a positive way, service to others, service to this world, service to Earth. And they are loving Earth so much. And because Earth is a little bit of a risky area, I want to say, just for the development of consciousness, they have decided to send their members, so to say, to Earth into incarnations, but also they come through as guides, can be both, but to be present physically as in an incarnated being, what we call a Pleiadian starseed, but also they come through in sessions for other people, or people channel them and all of that in order for this wisdom to come through, to awaken and to activate that higher consciousness in humans, so they can evolve and their planet can evolve, and they can evolve in a way that is positively polarized, service to others, in harmony with nature and in harmony with another. So there you have it. That is the Pleiadians, and I hope this all made sense. I will link some of the sources below. And other than that, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out either here in the comments, or you can just reach me on Instagram at I am Selena May. And yeah, I think that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to hear if you resonate with the Pleiadian mission, if you've ever connected with Pleiadians, if you're curious about it, if you resonate with them, what you know already about them, all of those things, because of course I would love to chat about it. All right, that is that. Sending love. Bye.